were filled with incredible success. We had Virgin, PepsiCo, Merrill Lynch, Tata Steel calling us to work on projects with them. There was a time we were on every headline in every article. Front cover of Management Today, 35 most successful women under 35. It was such an adventure. We were traveling the world, speaking to thousands of people. We were on a mission. We wanted to change the way the world works. We were so successful, or so we thought. And then, bam, we got punched in the face by the global financial crisis. Everything started to fall down around us. We didn't have a sustainable business model. We weren't running the business like we should have been running the business. We hired too many people, we paid them too much, we committed too much to overheads in London, paying for offices behind Topshop in Oxford Circus. It became very clear that actually we were not running the business in the way we should have been running the business. We were failing ourselves, we were failing our team. A very long story short, a few months later, we lost everything. We had to make our team redundant. We had to close down the office. We went from hero to zero. That feeling, that dread, I felt it big time. I was a complete failure. I went from front cover of Management Today to selling my belongings at a car boot sale in Wimbledon. There were some serious low points during that time, those darkest hours. But do you know what? What I learnt during those 4 months was more than I had learnt in the previous 2.5 years. I learnt what I was there to learn. I dusted myself off, I picked myself back up, and I failed forward. And it's from failing forward and learning what I was there to learn is the very reason why I'm standing here today. I came back in a big way. I moved my life to Hong Kong. I had nothing, I had no money, no contacts, but I had the passion, I had the energy. I wanted to change the way the world works in this part of the world. 2.5 years later, we're building an incredible business in this part of the world. We travel, spending most of our time in China, Singapore, Japan, Korea, recently working in Ghana. We work with companies like Standard Chartered, like Ralph Lauren, Cathay Pacific. I'm in such a strong position now because of my failures. I want you all to go out and fail. I want you all to go out and take huge risks, make mistakes. I want you to keep this pattern in your mind. Try something, fail, learn, grow. Try something, fail, learn, grow. If you don't accept that you may fail, you won't push yourself. You won't push your limits. If you don't grow, you will be mediocre. Who wants to be mediocre? Who wakes up every morning, rolls out of bed, looks in the mirror, let's go be mediocre today. If my 20s have looked like this, what do you want yours to look like? If we're sat here in 10 years and you're reflecting back on your 20s, what will yours look like? I've prepared a manifesto for you so you don't suck at life. Why? Because I'm on a mission. There are too many young people in the world today that are filled with fear, filled with anxiety, filled with dread, following dreams that your parents are pushing you towards. Do you know what? Screw your parents. I want to see young people leaving university full of optimism, taking huge risks, pushing the limits, particularly in places like China, Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, Korea, where students are filled with fear and anxiety. It's time that this part of the world was fueling innovation. To do that, we need young people who think that failure is awesome. Number one, every day when we wake up, we either make choices or we make excuses. Listen to the little voices inside your head. Make note of the conversations that you have with yourself. Are you making excuses or are you making choices? Are you making choices to go out and actively seek opportunities to push yourself? Are you making choices about time, not letting time drive you? Are you making excuses about, I don't have the right qualifications, I don't have any money, I don't listen to people around you. Listen to the excuses people make. The difference between successful people and not successful people are those that make choices, not excuses. Don't have a comfort zone. You know that feeling you get when you're totally out of your depth? You think, shit, don't really know what I'm doing here, but, you know, blah. I have that feeling at least 3 times a week, every month, every year for the last 10 years. I'm constantly feeling like, shit, I'm beyond my comfort. I don't even have a comfort zone, but I'm constantly feeling I'm out of my depth. That is when you grow. That is when you learn. Don't have a comfort zone. Give a shit. There are too many people in the world that don't care about anything. You know, you meet someone and they just don't give a shit, and you feel when you leave them you have to go and have a shower. There are too many people in the world with negative attitudes that don't care about anything. If you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Be the most passionate person you know. Find something to believe in. Care about yourself, your attitude, your mindset, your health. I was 23 when I started the first business in London. I knew nothing. But I had such a passion and such a drive that people would listen to me. I will never forget the day the HR director from Virgin phoned me and wanted to work with us. Passion and positivity is infectious. Master the art of giving and receiving feedback. Every single day for the last 10 years, I reflect with people around me and I say, what could we have done better? What could we have improved? When you fail, if you don't learn anything from those failures, you are not failing forward. It takes guts to ask people to constantly criticize you, but you grow. And it's an art to give people feedback. If you see someone who is not doing something to the best of their ability and you don't share it with them to improve them and get them to a better place, shame on you. It is an art to give and receive feedback. Master that art. Fail fast, fail often, and fail forward. Failure is awesome. Thank you.